Okay, everybody here? Bone?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, shit, my headset might be off. One sec. Alright, sorry about that. Everybody here?
I am both.
Yes.
Sam?
Yes.
Alright. So I posted the document. There's not a whole lot to read there. It's mostly all for Gambler. But their objective, real quick, is to to meet up with human intelligence at BUM. If you guys recall, we've actually assaulted that for an HQT in a previous mission, and then establish a foothold in Taliban town center, um, and show them basically that they can't take the region without incurring some consequences. They're more of a hearts and minds mission. Don't blow shit up. Just secure the central town. Destroy any arms or narcotics, and are basically establishing a show of force. If you want to read more about that, you can read the document for them. Our mission is a direct action onto Gugnir. That is at grids 025088. I posted the imager link that Riot threw together, so you can see where that is. It's marked the DA raid location. It's kind of a triangular compound. It's not one that I'm too familiar with.
I think it's a custom one, seeing the pictures.
Yeah, so, well, it's not custom as in Caesar made it. It's custom to Anze. Yeah, it's on the map.
Okay.
But it's a triangular compound. In one of the screenshots there, you can see the top-down kind of organizational of it. And it is cardinal correct, so north is up. There's it's divided into many sections. Like the westernmost section and the one next to that is kind of more farmland. Then you've got the central building complex, the northern kind of almost like village annex, and then a large field on the eastern side. Does everybody see that or understand what I mean?
Yep.
The entrances to there's only basically one entrance to the compound, and it's in the central south. Well, two kind of, but there's the central south entrance, which is that main kind of thoroughfare, which connects all the individual compounds or all the individual sections. There's the eastern section, which is the more farmland or the open field, and then the western section, which is an enclosed farm section which does not have any access to any of the other sections. Does everybody understand?
Yep.
Yes. Does the building have an entrance from outside to the inner square?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So our objective here is HVT secure. There's multiple HVTs and SSE. The HVTs are the El Iraqi family, and due to the restricted nature of the site, they're unable to identify which specific members of the family are present. There are 4 males in the family and 3 females within the family. We need to hit the target and eliminate or detain the leadership present, and extract any members of the El Iraqi family. Again, unknown how many are in there. So choose your targets properly when we are assaulting this complex, and make sure you're not killing any unarmed targets.
Break.
Hey, Cease.
Sam, can you reconnect, or is it just saying you can't reconnect it?
It says that they've been kicked out due to inactivity, and then it says due to how the server is set up.
Yeah,
not
I
allowed
saw
to
that
connect.
part, but can you reconnect?
Nope.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
User left your channel.
So we're going to be doing aerial insertion here. We're not doing a quick smash with vehicles or anything like that, mostly because we're not allowed vehicles in the region. So Talon's going to be bringing us in. We're going to be establishing some recon and then formulating more or less a plan. My thought, and we can go over this in game and do some quick QBO in game first, but my thought is to establish some sort of FOB in the northwestern sector. There seems to be a pretty good, almost like tower or church or whatever to the northwest that we might be able to get Ryan and Sam in, but we can talk more about that a bit later. What I do need though is somebody on explosives, and I believe Chris C's told me that you're now EOD.
Yep.
Okay, so that's your role. You will need to grab a satchel or ensure that you have a satchel. We tested, or Riot tested, the walls, and we need a satchel to tear them down. Because I don't really want to go in through the front door. I want to kind of blow a hole in the side, and then in one of those western sides, and then scramble in that way. And then also, is there anybody qualified to use the drone here?
Yeah, I've used it before on missions.
Okay, so Bone then, if you can bring the drone, and then once we establish an FOB, then it's essentially going to be your responsibility to get some recon on the actual target.
What?
So long as it's not jeopardizing your medical loadout, so long as you can kind of still do both. And if you need me to carry meds for you,
what is it? The control device. So that's good.
well, we're going to be bringing the drone with us because we're not. I'd rather not fly it over. And if it means that we have to load it up
You
into the
only have
Talon
half
vehicle,
hour battery anyway.
yeah.
If
And
that.
if it means we have to throw the bag in the Talon vehicle and just tell them, give us a second, we just got to grab the drone out, then that's fine. We just need to be mentally prepared for that.
Okay.
So that can be something that I do, but we'll just quickly organize it once Talon
So
puts us on the ground.
The drone is in a bag, and I think it's a backpack, or isn't it?
Yeah, it's a
Do you
backpack.
know? So then the backpack needs to be switched, but we also need to take it out when we dismount from the
Yeah, that's what I
chopper
mean.
and then do something with it. But you want to set it up once we land it?
I'm not qualified. If you said you're qualified using the drone, then that's up to you. But I'll at least help you move the bag into the chopper and then get it out, and then it's up to you. If you're not comfortable with it, I'd rather not do it. Because I don't want to waste any time like figuring out nuances
No,
and things like that.
what I usually do, I just send the drone over. It does an autopilot, and then that's that, and I can land it at the location. So even though it's a half hour, we could still use it for the Gungnir objective to look at if we fly there, land it, or maybe only use it in the first half hour.
Yeah, again, I don't want to fly it all the way from from the airfield. So we're bringing it with us, or we're not using it at all.
Is this a take on the fucking thingamajig, a Bottabad?
The what?
The Bottabad raid. It reminds me of that.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Well, family in a tightly secure compound with loads of walls.
So one question though, I did not see or properly read from the documentation if the family is hostile or are they HVTs that we need to save.
We're saving them.
Okay, that's clear. Good to know.
I mean, if they don't have a weapon, if they're not shooting back at you, don't shoot them.
No, of course, but from the text I couldn't properly understand if they were the leadership threat or if they were a family that need to be saving. But it's the second. Thanks.
So Sam, are you having connection issues, or are you in?
It's an issue with the new settings, basically. So, that is, there was a new patch that brought in a setting where if you get kicked, by default it doesn't allow you to rejoin for a certain number of seconds, and they haven't set it when they've been configuring the servers this weekend.
Yeah, that was my bad. I didn't slot in a role, and then it kicked me out for a while.
It's not your bad. The service shouldn't be fucking set up that way.
Question, William.
Yeah.
Desert-wise, I have 2 different loadouts. So I have the marksman one, and then I have a rifle one. Which one you want me to take?
First off, everybody's using their AOR1 loadouts, or their AOR1 kits. I forgot to mention that. If you have
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
And then secondly, in terms of a marksman slash rifleman role, that's kind of up to you and Riot. I do want to post you guys up in a nearby tower, but the engagement range isn't that long. It's going to be 300 to 400 meters, maybe.
Still worth you taking your DMR sound, but I'm just gonna run a rifle.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So Caesar's gonna play some Ace Arsenal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, Riot, if you're just taking a rifle, are you comfortable with the drone then? I mean, it kind of makes more sense if you and Sam maintain that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Problem is that I never used that in my life, so.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, okay. Then Riot, you're on drone duty. Chris, you're on EOD duty. D-Dog, you just do your normal shit. And Sam and Riot are going to be kind of more on recon Overwatch duty. Because we're going to be hitting and blowing a hole in the western portion of the wall, we're going to be essentially entering the compound. That's my idea. I mean, if anybody else has any ideas, feel free. But because we're going to be entering sort of the backyard or the back section of the compound, I'm going to need Riot and Sam to watch the front section of the compound, make sure there's no runners.
Session lost.
Yeah, I think they're restarting the server.
Yeah, same.
So if you do not have good eyesight on that front section, on that southern section where the main door is, then you might have to reposition. But I at least want you to get good recon with the drone and good recon in the tower, if that's what we decide to do. And then if you have to reposition later, that's fine. Well, we're going to be taking our time with this one. So recon's going to be best. The assault team might be kind of sitting around checking their sectors while Sam and Riot do their thing.
Is C's rolling with us tonight?
No, he's Luzusu.
No.
Yeah, thought so. That explosive satchel, just so everyone knows, has a fucking big ass explosive radius, so we'll just have to get well clear to breach those walls.
Yeah, it's the only one big enough to take out that wall, though.
Yeah, it takes like 4
It's a massive
normal
wall.
ones to take it out.
Now, Riot, in your testing, are we going to kill people inside buildings? I'd rather not.
If we're gonna breach
No,
the
the best way to do it is if you look at the image of it top down, right?
Yep.
You see it's cut into sections. You got the far left section, small little right-hand triangle, then you've got the more rectangular shape. The more rectangular shape, so the second kind of column, if you split into columns. If you were to go on the south, that's probably your best breach point, or on the far western side of that, because you're far enough away from the buildings over and there's not a lot about, it's just farmland.
Okay. When we're in game, maybe we could just mark that up on the map.
Also, we had like 2 satchels on a car bomb, and once you're behind a bit of solid cover, you're pretty much safe from it. But it needs to be solid, so you have to get fucking far away from that wall.
I was actually thinking about breaching the northern triangle, because that will give us access to the main hallway corridor once we clear that sector.
You could do. I was only saying this section because you then have very easy access on what is likely to be one of the target buildings, the big multi-story. Because that has a gate that opens directly out and then you can breach straight in.
Whereas conversely, if we were to do the northern section, post maybe one guy in that long hallway to watch. I'm calling it a hallway, but you know what I mean. Post one guy into that long thing, and they're basically covering entrances for 3 other sections. While the rest of the assault group, the 3 of us, clear that center section.
Sam, do you have any information about the issue that you had? What did the error message say, or was the...
What do you mean?
When you got kicked?
I just got a message saying that
Saying.
they've been inactive for too long.
Okay.